Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Speed Doctor. As you can see, I'm in my garage. We got to figure out if this car, the Z06 that I'm getting, is actually going to fit. For those that have been following the channel, I am on the list at McMulkin to get a Z06, and with the new production date starting in May 9th, whoop, whoop, we're about to getting closer and closer to getting the Z06 in its home in my garage. And I gotta figure out, is it gonna fit? I don't know. I don't have a huge garage, but we gotta figure that out. So I got some measurements we're gonna go over and try to see what we're kind of dealing with. And y'all may have a similar situation with your garage. You know, I have a 2-car garage, and you know, we have a wife's car here and a regular car that I drive the kids in as well. So we gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the car and will it fit. So I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe. It'd be great if you can do that so we can get past that YouTube algorithm and get more content like this, and hopefully other people who are in the same or similar situation, I can help. All right guys, I pulled out the Mazda 3. This is the ride I take the kids into school every day and hauling them around in my car. So this is what I'm dealing with. As I drive up, here we go. It's the driveway. Got to pull into the garage. We got the wife's car. Got the Hyundai Palisade. Sweet ride, by the way. She loves it. But as you can see, we don't have much room. Not much room for the vet to sit in there. You know, it's a 2-car garage. It's a little bit oversized. And if I put this measuring tape out, so you can kind of see how much room I'm dealing with. What do we got? We're right at a little bit under 16 feet. So if you got a similar garage, hopefully you'll find this useful, because as we know from the press release, the official press release for the Z06, we know that it's going to be 79.7 inches. So when they measured the C8 Stingray's width, which is actually 76.1 inches, they actually measured it without the mirrors, which is kind of odd. It just must be the way they measure the width of the cars. But when we know that it's 3.6 inches, the Z06 is going to be 3.6 inches wider than the actual standard Stingray. So when we add that, that's where we get the 79.7 inches for the width of the Z06. So the assumption that I have is that measurement is actually without the mirrors. Now from the visualizer, when I'll put a picture of the visualizer I have on there, you can see that the passenger side mirror actually lines up more with the rear fender, but the driver's side mirror is actually protruding a little bit further out. So from the 79.7 inches, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe add another 5 inches to the measurement to actually see how wide this car is going to be. So if we round up to 80 inches, add 5, I'm thinking the actual width of the car in my garage is going to be 85 inches. Maybe that's a good assessment. I don't know. If you got a better assumption, leave it down in the comment. I'd love to hear it. But if we measure that, I'm going to measure this out, and let's see what 85 inches is going to be, if I'm even going to be able to get it in the garage with the wife's car in the garage. And so let's check it out. All right, guys, so I've measured out about 85 inches in some blue painter's tape. To pull this away, let's pan out. This is how much room I got. That car, oh man, it's gonna be super wide. It's a lot wider than I thought. So there's not much room. I mean, if we look here, wife's car, not much room from there. I'm barely gonna be able to get this in. Now the other option is maybe I can get the wife's car out of the garage. I can put the car in the middle. That would give me a lot more room. Let's see what that looks like. Now we're back out here. Put the wife's car there. Look at all this room I got now. I could probably put it in the middle there. I don't know, what do you guys think? You think this is a wise decision? Put the wife's car out of the garage, outside, it's raining. I think I'll be sleeping on the couch. I don't know about y'all. I don't think that's a good idea. I might want to make room with what I got. So let's put it back in the garage. Yeah, I think that's a good decision. All right, guys, I got the wife's car back in the garage. So this is probably gonna be the best scenario. This is what I'm thinking. That's how wide the bed is, the Z06. It's barely gonna fit. I have plenty of length, and from the top view of the vet of the Z06, the rear is a lot more wider than the front. So my best bet is to back the car in so I have more width at the back of my garage versus the front of the garage with the wife's car in here. Now, if I could convince her to have the car out there, that would be great, but it's not happening. I can tell you that right now. My wife's awesome, amazing, but it's not gonna happen. So, I don't wanna be on the couch. I could barely get the car in, backing it in, have it tucked away in the corner. I'm in the corner of my garage. I got plenty of room. I'm hoping to have, maybe move some of the kids' gear either to the backyard. We have I don't know if y'all can see it, I got a shed back here. Thinking about putting some of their gear in the shed. That would probably work to open up some room. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's doable? Are y'all in the same situation? If you are, put a like below. I'd really appreciate it. Get some insight, you know, what you think, and appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the content. Since you stayed with me this long, I got a little nugget at the end of this video, so hope you enjoyed this. I got it on email, the new Z06 video that was released by Chevrolet. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Speed Doctor.
Coming to the Nürburgring is the ultimate test. You get every single sort of turn, every high speed, low speed, high grip, low grip. It's a long, flowing racetrack, but with many, many challenges. And you really are pushing any road car to the absolute limit. Every sort of load that you could possibly experience anywhere else in the world, you get it all here on one racetrack.
It really is the benchmark for the world.
So much of the performance of the car started on the racetrack. That's where things are tried because they're stretching the limits and they bring that technology to the road.
When you're thinking about a supercar, you're thinking about speed, you're thinking about horsepower. And without that, you're nowhere. Good luck.
Thank you, Ollie. Appreciate that. This car goes so fast, so easily, and the ability to just kind of handle the car on this track is pretty unheard of.
It's fundamentally a race car that you can drive on the road. That ability to carve the corners, the ability to put that traction down, is all of those feelings that I had from the race car. It's right here in the Z06.
General Motors recognized this as an incredible place to come and develop vehicles and to compete with the Europeans, the BMWs, the Mercedes, the Porsches. And if we really want Corvette to compete on the world stage and race on a world stage, then we really have to begin selling cars with right-hand drive. We have to do it for Corvette for the future, period.
It's unequivocally a supercar. The Z06 will reward customers that choose to explore its performance limits. And there's nothing more important than that connection with the machine when you're driving something with the performance capability of a Z06.
European competitors have got to be a little nervous. You guys really hit the nail on the head with this.
I've always been very proud of the fact that the Corvette is a purely American effort, but I could never have guessed where we would be today. The new Z06 brings that track experience to the everyday enthusiast.
If I look at 10-year-old me and say, all right, we're going to build this exotic engine, we're going to have the best tires in the world, biggest brakes that we've ever put on a Corvette, aerodynamics that are better than anything we've done before, and you can be part of that, that is fulfilling every dream I would have as a young kid.
I represent one of hundreds that have put their blood and sweat into this engine. It truly does open the doors of what we can do with a small block V8.
We're only just getting started. The project is like going to the moon.
It's a product of a vision, but our team has never done. Z06 is just the next chapter in a very long book.